Hello everyone. Today I will show how to make this cool looking landing page for free, using Elementor Page Builder free version only. I will also show how to make it completely mobile responsive as well. And I will also put a link in description of the video to download this complete landing page for free, including the copyright-free assets used in the landing page. So, let's get started. We will be using Elementor's free theme called Hello Theme. And for the plugins, we will only use Elementor free version, and only one more plugin called Jet Sticky for Elementor by Crocoblock, which is also a free plugin. We will use it to make the header sticky on top, and also to make the column for services section sticky while scrolling. And for the Elementor features, we will also use Grid Container for our services section to show 4 same blocks instead of using 4 separate containers. Also, the nested elements are active. We will use this feature to make our advanced tabs section very easily. Now, let's start by adding a new page. Give it a name. I am setting the template to Elementor Canvas to start with a blank page. Publish the page and click Edit with Elementor. As we have a transparent header, so we will start by making the video background section first. Let's add a container and make it full width, and set the minimum height to 100 VH. And center align the content. Then go to Style and add the background video URL. This can be self-hosted video link or YouTube video link as well. So I will go to Media Library to copy the video URL, as I have already uploaded the desired video. I will also enable it to play on mobile as well. Also add a fallback image, so if the video is not loaded in the browser, then it will show an image instead. Now let's add a heading and style it accordingly. Then go to Advanced and click on Transform, and click on Hover tab, and scale it up a little bit. I am setting it to 1.2. To speed up the process, I will open the already built page in a separate tab, so we will copy simple elements in order to save time. Now let's check the responsiveness of the first section. As the heading size is very big for mobile, so we will decrease its font size for mobile only. Also, I will remove scale option on hover for mobile, as it is not practical for mobile devices. I will adjust the main container height for mobile as well. Also add overlay on main container to see the content more clear. I will copy the main heading from sample page and will paste it here. Now let's make the header. Add 2 columns layout container and set its height to 85 pixels and center align everything. I will just copy the logo image and menu from sample page. This menu is just an icon list widget because menu widget is part of Elementor Pro only. Then click on main container and go to advance and give it a negative margin at bottom. And also give it a high value Z index so it will sit on top of each section. And set the padding to 0 to remove any extra white space. So the minimum height and the bottom negative margin will have the same value to achieve the transparent. Also, the icon list widget is set to inline. And for mobile devices, we will use different widget, so this will be hidden for mobile only. So to hide any widget, just go to Advanced and then click on Responsive, and hide it on mobile. We will use the accordion widget to make the mobile menu. First I will show how to make it, then I will copy it to the top header. Add the accordion widget and remove extra tabs and style it accordingly. Then click on plus symbol and add a container, and also add an icon list widget. I will just copy the list from top section as it already have required content and links, and I will style it. So this is how you can make collapsible mobile menu with Elementor free version. Now I will just copy it from sample page and paste it here. And it will be hidden on both desktop and tablet devices, so it will only show on mobile devices. Now let's adjust the header for mobile and make it responsive. I will make both containers 50% each. Also set the position of mobile menu to absolute by going into advanced, so it will not push the content down when it will expand. Let's update the page. I will also rename the containers for better understanding. Now let's make the second section. Let's add a 2-column container. I am setting the first column to 45% and second column to 55%. Also give a background color to main container. And I will just copy the image from sample page. Also add top and bottom padding to main container. I just gave it a specific height and object fit to cover, and also a border radius for rounded corners. Now let's copy the content from left column as well. So this is just a heading widget with some styling. I will highlight all the styling given to this heading. Let's copy the remaining content as well. In order to remove the gap between headings, click on the container and set the gap to 0. Also, click on Main Container and center align the content. Now to overlap both containers, click on left container and give it a negative right margin. And give it a z-index value to show on top of right container. I will give a 1000 pixels width to main container. Then click on left container and set the align items to start. I will also add some motion effects to both containers. Let's make it responsive as well. Remove the negative margin given to left container. And add different padding for mobile only. And to show the image on top, click on the first container and set the order to end. Let's update the page. Now let's make the next section. Add a container and give it some top and bottom padding. Then add grid layout, as we have 4 columns structure. Set the columns to 4 and row to 1. And add an image to first column. Select the desired image and go to Advance. And click on Transform and rotate the image 10 degrees. Then click on Hover tab and rotate it back to 0 degree, and also scale it down a little bit. So repeat this for all images with different rotations. I will speed this up. And to overlap the images, give them z-index of different values. If you want to add spacing between the images, then simply add some gap in grid settings. Now let's add the paragraph. Add the text editor widget. And to make it 2 columns, scroll down and set the columns to 2, and add some column gap as well. To make the first letter different, click on Drop Cap and style it accordingly. Now let's make it responsive as well. I will just hide the first container for mobile only. And we'll adjust the padding for main container as well. Let's update the page. Now let's make the services section. Add a 2 columns container. Give it a background color and some padding as well. Then copy the simple content from the first column. So this is just a simple heading widget with a span style applied to first word. And the second widget is divider widget with some styling. Now click on right container and add a container inside it, and duplicate it as well. I will just copy the content of first box. Now duplicate it 3 more times. And then click on the parent container and change the layout to grid. Now I will quickly change the content for all boxes. Now click on the first container and give it a white background color. I will quickly apply some styling on it. Also, I will copy this style and paste the styling to remaining boxes as well. In order to increase the space between boxes, click on Parent Container and add some gap if required. Let's update the page and check it on the front end. Now let's make the left column sticky while the right column scrolls. Click on left column and go to Advanced, and click on Jet Sticky option, and select the Sticky Column option. And give it top spacing of 150 pixels, and update the page. So now our left column is sticky while scrolling the section. Let's also make the top header sticky as well. So click on Main section and go to Advance, and click on Jet Sticky option, and select the Sticky section option this time. Also give it a background color of your choice. In order to see the effect, check the page from the front end. Now let's make the next section. Add a container and give it some padding. I will just copy the first heading from sample page. Now add the tabs widget and align it vertically to left side. Now click on plus symbol and add two column container, and make the first column little bit bigger than the second column. Now I will quickly copy the content from sample page. I will also duplicate the first tab and will update the content. I will speed up this process. Then go to Style and adjust the distance from content as well. And style the tabs as you like. Also click on Content option and give it background color of your choice. Now, in order to make the height of the tabs same as the content, click on Content option and make them stretch. Now let's check the mobile responsiveness as well. I will decrease the top margin and distance from content as well. Let's update the page and check it from the front end. Everything looks great so far. Now let's make the last section. Add a container and adjust the padding as well, and give it a background color of your choice. Then add a container inside this main container and style it as well. I will copy the content from sample page. Now, in order to show two buttons side by side, we will add another container. And set its direction to row horizontal and center align the content as well. Let's quickly add a small footer at the bottom as well. For the footer section, let's change its HTML tag to footer. And also change the HTML tag for the header section as well. Then update the page and check it from the front end. Now let's update the menu links as well. So the link ID must be same as given to the specific section. Let's update the page. The links are working properly. Now let's check the mobile responsiveness as well. It looks great. Forgot to add the scroll down image on the first section, so let's add that as well. Let's add a new container under the video section. I will just copy the image from sample page. This image will have the URL ID of the very next section, which is the About section in our case. I gave it a negative margin in order to show it on top of above section. Also remove the padding from main container to remove the extra white space. So that's it. This is how easily you can make a fully functional landing page using free plugin and theme. I hope you will like this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.